If you have never lifted weights a day in your life, this is the video for you. During this workout, I'm gonna teach you exactly how to start strength training with the basic compound movements that you need to know in order to be super successful on your strength training journey. And I promise you, when you know these movements, it's gonna be a piece of cake to learn every other exercise. For this workout, all you're gonna need is a set of dumbbells, a mat, and a place to get strong. You can totally follow along to this workout in a gym or at home. Grab your weights, let's go.
For the dumbbell deadlift, we want to start with our feet shoulder width apart and a dumbbell in our hand at our sides with our arms nice and long. To initiate this movement, you're going to start by pushing your butt backwards to the wall behind you, and when the dumbbells hit your knees, you can bend your knees a little bit more if you have to get the dumbbells closer to the ground. You're going to feel a lot of this tension in your butt, in the back of your legs, maybe even a little bit in your low back, and that's not necessarily something to fear. Our low back is a muscle, so we do want to strengthen strengthen those muscles over time. And if you're very new to lifting, you may feel a little bit of muscle soreness or a little burn because, as I said, they are muscles as well. When doing this exercise, we almost want to think as if we're picking something up off the floor that's heavy. So you can take this movement, the movement mechanics from a deadlift, and take this into the real world, whether you're picking up your kid, picking up a couch, anything in your day-to-day life. Next, we're going into a goblet squat, a fan favorite. You're going to take a slightly wider stance. Your feet can be either shoulder width apart or slightly wider if you have very long legs. From here, I like to teach people to squat by saying you're going to sit on the toilet. You're going to bend at the hips and knees at the same time, and then lower your body as much as you can while keeping your chest relatively upright. There's going to be a little bit of forward lean, especially when you're holding a weight at your chest like you are here, and that's totally fine because we want you to keep your center of gravity. You want to stay very balanced, and you want to keep the weight of your body through the middle of your foot. That's going to be your strongest pressing point. So you're going to take wide stance, bend at the hips and knees, sit down as deep as you can. If you cannot sit down as deep as I am, this is breaking parallel, when your hip crease goes below your knee. If you can't do that, you can sit a little bit higher or do whatever feels the most comfortable for you. Next, we're going into the Romanian deadlift, which looks very similar to a deadlift, a dumbbell deadlift, but they are different. So for this exercise, it is very hip hinge focused, which means we are bending at the hips, very little bend throughout the knee. So to initiate this movement, you're going to start with your feet shoulder width apart. You want to keep the weight in the middle of your foot, hold a dumbbell in each arm by your side, and don't bend those arms. Keep those arms nice and long. We want our legs to be doing all of the work for us, not our arms. You're going to push your butt back towards the wall behind you and bring the dumbbells to about your knee, or if you have a lot of flexibility, you can bring them to about mid shin. But bringing the dumbbells down to your knee and standing back up is going to place a lot of tension on your glutes as well. Once you push the weight in front of you and you push your butt back, lowering the weights down, you want to stand up really powerfully using the power of your glutes to stand. The next exercise is a dumbbell row. You're going to take a shoulder width stance with your feet, bend at the hips so that your upper body is almost parallel to the floor. From here, you're going to lower the dumbbells down out in front of you, and then think of pulling your elbows to your back pockets. almost like you're putting the dumbbells into your back pockets. That's going to engage your lats and avoid you feeling this a lot in your biceps. You might feel it in your biceps and in your hands and your forearms a little bit because you are using your grip strength and you are using your arms a little bit to hold the weight and stabilize the weight. But we really want to focus on targeting our back in this movement. So if you have to go really slow and controlled, that's totally fine, but focus on bringing the weight in those elbows to your back pocket.
The way that I'm feeling when I'm with you, you are weighing me down, 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 down. And the rhythm is making me no good. I just don't like the sound. Could you please make some room and get out of my face? I can't grow, I can't lose, so get out of my face. Or would you give me some air? Try to be more aware of what I need. You don't know what I need.
For the dumbbell floor press, you're going to be lying down flat on your back with your legs either flat out or on the floor. You're going to hold a dumbbell in each hand and have the back of your arms resting on the floor so that your arms start by making a 90-degree angle at your elbow. You want your arms to be at about a 45-degree angle away from your body. So if you were to have a view of your body from above, your body would almost look like an arrow with your head and your arms being the little points of the arrow and your body being the long strand of the arrow. This position is really going to help to keep your shoulders in a very safe pressing position. For this exercise, you want to go very slow and control the movement since you're not getting as deep of a range of motion as you would if you were on a bench because the floor stops your arms from going past your body. If you have been a strong sister for a while now, you know that I thoroughly love doing seated shoulder press. I love doing them in this position. It's also known as a Z press because it really requires you to keep your core super engaged and also requires some work from your adductors to stabilize. You can do this sitting on a couch, on a chair, on a bench, standing, or even on the floor as I am here. From this position, you want to hold a dumbbell in each hand and bring the dumbbells to your shoulders with your palms facing outwards. From here, you're going to press the dumbbells up overhead, extending your elbows, and slowly return them to the starting position on your shoulders.